Without further delay, folks, we are live for tonight's episode of Super Spirit Live, and it's an important card that we have for you this evening. 2 #1 contenders matches, and on our main event, the Fury Bands, the women's tag belts, are on the line as Vuelo de Miedo, for the 4th time, tries to obtain gold from dominant champions Troubletown. We'll be taking you to the ring shortly for our first contest tonight, a heavyweight division match between the ever-shining Hideaki Adachi and the Duke of Dallas, Texas, Harold Kelly. We'll see how this matchup takes shape here in the opening bout of Super Spirit Live.
Making his way to the ring, he is the ever-shining Hideaki Adachi.
Fan favorite Hideaki Adachi has a tall order in front of him tonight in the form of the Duke of Dallas, Texas, Harold Kelly. The striking-based offense and the impeccable physical conditioning of Hideaki Adachi will come in direct contact with the old-school slam-based offense of the Duke of Dallas, Texas.
Making his way to the ring, he is the Duke of Dallas, Texas, Harold Kelly.
In-ring vet Harold Kelly looking to put his skills to the test here against the young, bright competitor Hideaki Adachi. Burt Wiggins on duty for this opening contest here tonight at Super Spirit Live. Thanks for joining us, folks. Corner control early for Hideaki Adachi, but a hip toss getting Harold Kelly out of harm's way. Deep arm drag takedown from Adachi. DDT planting Harold Kelly on top of his head there. Both men to their feet. Harold Kelly now in control with a headlock, elbow to the back. These two men trading back and forth here. Beautiful shooting star press from the standing position. You see the agility of the ever-shining Hideaki Adachi coming into play here, but now a shoulder charge from the Duke of Dallas, Texas, taking it old school. Hideaki Adachi with a kick to the back of Kelly, but this time the suplex will connect. Harold Kelly jumping there. High impact suplex. Big clothesline off the Irish whip, and now working the leg of Adachi. Irish whip again. Big back body drop. Taking the wind out of Adachi. You see fatigue maybe starting to set in, and wow, rallying with the Pele kick there. Hideaki Adachi looking to shift the landscape of this match, and now knees to the midsection of Harold Kelly. Standing switch, but Harold Kelly using his weight to shift the momentum. Takedown for Adachi, repositions his opponent. Could he be looking for top rope offense? No, a submission maneuver instead. Burt Wiggins checking. Harold Kelly able to power out. Wow, big release suplex from Harold Kelly, just sending Hideaki Adachi almost into the front row there. But now Adachi floating through for an impressive backdrop of his own and kicking a downed man. Irish whip. Pop-up power bomb off the Irish whip. We've got a pinning attempt here. 2 almost all there. Harold Kelly may be looking to put this one away early. Hideaki Adachi, however, still in this contest. Big headbutt from Kelly. Adachi to the top rope. Rolling Bright connecting, but fatigue setting in. Can he kick out? Harold Kelly, I think there was enough time for him to regain his consciousness after the Rolling Bright, and a big power bomb from the Duke. Burt Wiggins signaling for a quick rope break there. And what a maneuver there from Kelly. High impact offense out of the Duke here. Irish whip. Pop-up power bomb again. Pinning attempt. Adachi is in trouble. 2. Another kick out. The tenacity of the ever-shining Hideaki Adachi, but now on the receiving end of the DTX. 1, 2. It's over. The DTX for the Duke of Dallas, Texas. Taking one here over the ever-shining Hideaki Adachi. What an impressive win there for the in-ring veteran Harold Kelly. Moving right along, folks, we have women's division action for you between Crimson Bat and Morgan Foster. This should be a hard-hitting matchup. Crimson Bat unafraid to get rough in the ring, and Morgan Foster just rough by nature with her MMA background. I think this is a matchup that many fans are eager to see. Let's go to the ring now.
Making her way to the ring, Crimson Bat.
Don't let the music or the get-up fool you, ladies and gentlemen. This woman is no hero. She will look to steal the spotlight at every chance, and she doesn't care how she's able to do it. But this no-nonsense competitor, Morgan Foster, might not be having any of that tonight.
And now making her way to the ring, Morgan Foster.
The crowd coming alive here tonight at Super Spirit Live for Morgan Foster, who has had an impressive resume here thus far in the women's division. She was almost able to insert herself in the title picture at New Purpose, but lost a match to former champion Beverly Brooks. A very close bout still raised the stock of Morgan Foster despite the loss here, and now she finds herself on the receiving end of a beautiful Rana from Crimson Bat. Now in control, though, Foster with an elbow. Stomps across the body there. Irish whip. Crimson Bat able to slip under Foster, and then a kick is scouted. And another scout. These women, so far, pulling out all the stops. Crimson Bat maybe now with some consistent control. Another great Rana off the Irish whip. Tremendous elbow connecting from Morgan Foster, now looking for some corner control of her own. And just pounding the face of Crimson Bat into the turnbuckle here. Getting nasty early on is Morgan Foster. Diving headbutt connecting for Foster. And then a knee, a follow-up knee, another headbutt from Foster. Really turning it on here in this women's division contest. And Morgan Foster, who spent a lot of time training in Japan, getting fired up here. Submission offense in the center of the ring. Crimson Bat able to escape. Clothesline scouted once more, and another headbutt from Foster. Big exploder, well executed. Kicks to the midsection, but Crimson Bat having a tough time rallying against the forearms from Morgan Foster, but a big clothesline, and then a big headbutt from Morgan Foster. Crimson Bat now really looking to get that momentum. It's been tough here. Beautifully executed soul butt kick off the Irish whip, taking the MMA specialist off guard there. Basement drop kick to the back of the head. Deep arm drag takedown. No running offense for Crimson Bat. Irish whip. And another beautiful kick placed well into the center of Morgan Foster's chest. Morgan Foster may be signaling for the end here. And Crimson Bat working Morgan Foster all the way to the mat there with a headlock takedown. Both women to the ropes. Huge flying knee from Morgan Foster. Crimson Bat could be out. Diving headbutt again. Soul butt kick to the midsection and now to the back. Lama Heastraw cradle, great positioning. No 2 count. Morgan Foster out before the 2. Baseball slide. Another big exploder there. It looked maybe more like a Uranage out of Morgan Foster. High impact maneuver nonetheless, and then a backdrop. Irish whip. Big knee. Morgan Foster has executed a lot of offense in this matchup. And another big slam. Crimson Bat almost with a desperation takedown there. Both athletes to their feet. Just a flurry of headbutts out of Morgan Foster there, and then a big downward chop. Morgan Foster firmly in control as this match goes on, and another high impact slam. And the Foster Special Omega cinched in, and that's it. One Foster Special Omega, enough to do it here against Crimson Bat for Morgan Foster. Crimson Bat had some impressive offense at moments in that matchup, but for the most part, it was Morgan Foster all the way, and she emerges victorious in that contest against Crimson Bat. Next up, folks, we have our first #1 contenders match of the evening. We got 2 of those tonight. This one is in the men's tag division between Deadly Encounter and the Mysticals. The winner of this match will go on to face the champs next week. That would be Marcus and Nathan Gamble. We will take you to the ring shortly for that #1 contenders match. The Mysticals and Deadly Encounter both have yet to get gold here in Super Spirit Wrestling, so you know both teams are hungry for this opportunity.
Making their way to the ring, the team of Nikita Belkov and Michio Kawaguchi, Deadly Encounter.
The Shark and the Spider, Belkov and Kawaguchi, looking to get a shot at gold against the Gambles.
And making their way to the ring, the team of Marshall Taylor and Divine Phantom Jr., the Mysticals.
Always innovating, always bringing new things to the tag team division. The Mysticals here also looking for a tag team championship opportunity, and it will be Michio Kawaguchi and Marshall Taylor starting things off for their respective teams. A lot of offense off target here for both men, trying to get a feel early on here in this matchup. Arm drag takedown. Standing moonsault. Just a 1 count, says Norio Nakatomi. Snap suplex now for Kawaguchi. Big slap across the chest, and Marshall Taylor making an early tag to his partner Divine Phantom Jr. Rake of the eyes there, and Divine Phantom Jr. getting the crowd behind him early. Snap suplex again from Kawaguchi. Textbook maneuver. And now, cinched in deep in a submission hold, Divine Phantom Jr. able to break away quickly. What a suplex there from Divine Phantom Jr. You talk about textbook, there it was again. Couple of kicks off target for both men, and now a dragon screw takedown. Kawaguchi looking to break away for a tag, and now Nikita Belkov in for Deadly Encounter. Irish whip. Back to a favorable position is Divine Phantom Jr., but Nikita Belkov in control for the moment. Norio Nakatomi signaling for the break on the headlock. Elbow to the back of the head, tag for the Mysticals. Making the big man run. He still finds himself in a bad corner, and it looks like he's able, or at least trying to battle his way out. But Marshall Taylor with a couple of big chops puts the big man down. Irish whip. Standing switch. Oh, and then Nikita Belkov rolling through for a counter of his own. Well scouted into a leg lock. Belly-to-belly suplex. Just planting Marshall Taylor on his back there. Pinning attempt after the stomp. Just a 1 count. Tag again for the Mysticals. Smart tag team offense so far. We've seen almost double the amount of tags. And now Nikita Belkov, almost as if he can hear me up here in the commentary booth, makes a tag to Michio Kawaguchi. Neck breaker. Divine Phantom Jr. now in a bad position. The uppercuts versus the chops. And it will be the uppercuts, but Kawaguchi also sustaining heavy damage there. Pinning attempt. Just a 2 count. Another big chop. Snap suplex from Kawaguchi. Irish whip. Kawaguchi puts on the brakes there at the ropes. This has been an impressive showing so far out of Kawaguchi. Submission offense, great positioning, favorable corner. Smart work out of both teams. Enziguri to the back of the head of Divine Phantom Jr. I hope that mask is on tight. He almost kicked it clean off his head. The crowd roaring tonight here at Super Spirit Live for this #1 contenders match in the men's tag division. Arm drag takedown. Clothesline is off target. Marshall Taylor paying him back with a chop, but then a spine buster connecting for Belkov, who goes to the top rope. That's a big man flying like that. 2. Just a 2 count. What an impressively executed moonsault, though, from the big man, Nikita Belkov. And then a standing moonsault from Taylor. Irish whip, corner control, but a bad corner for Taylor, who now may be looking to make a tag, and yes, he does. Blood in the water. Divine Phantom Jr. walking right into it, but no pin. No pin following the blood in the water. And a taunt there, maybe looking to inflict more pain, is Nikita Belkov. And now an ankle lock. Marshall Taylor able to get there for his teammate Divine Phantom Jr. Both teams looking to make a tag. Jump up Rana from Marshall Taylor. Michio is off target with his offense, but a low blow. You saw Nikita Belkov obscuring the ref's view there. Both men collide. Snap suplex again from Kawaguchi. If you looked up snap suplex in the dictionary, it's a picture of Kawaguchi doing it to some poor idiot who found themselves on the receiving end of a snap suplex. This time a fisherman suplex, bridges for the pin. 2 count. Marshall Taylor able to break away and now stomps to the back of Kawaguchi. How about a couple of stomps? Marshall Taylor really mixing Kawaguchi up here. Arm drag takedown, favorable position, tag made to Divine Phantom Jr. Basement drop kick right to the back of the head of Kawaguchi. Kawaguchi driver, the Kawaguchi driver, bad positioning, and Marshall Taylor able to get there very quickly. Pinning, just a 1 count. Interesting time to pin there for Divine Phantom Jr., who might have still been dazed following the effects of the Kawaguchi driver. Could we be seeing another one? No moonsault this time, just a diving elbow drop. Hey, wait a minute. A pair of elbow drops out of Nikita Belkov, who now follows up with a leg lock. Great positioning, corner control for Deadly Encounter. Knees to the face. Divine Phantom Jr. trying to make a tag here, and he does. Blood in the water, this time delivered to Marshall Taylor, but again the positioning. 1, and just following the 2 count there, Divine Phantom Jr. able to run interference. Beautiful Hurricane Rana sending Nikita Belkov out of the ring, and now Divine Phantom Jr. will look to get involved. Arm drag takedown, Nikita Belkov trying to create some separation, also looking to inflict some pain while he's out there, but he needs to get back in the ring. Big release suplex from the Shark as he rolls back into the water here at Super Spirit Live. The crowd really on fire here tonight. Nikita Belkov looking to break away for a tag after all that offense sustained on the outside. High impact backdrop out of the Shark, and Kawaguchi scouting his prey in the corner. The Spider, what a drop kick out of the Spider. Michio Kawaguchi sending Marshall Taylor all the way to a tag, unfortunately, but the impact of that drop kick. And just right into more high impact offense, and now Kawaguchi in big trouble here. Kawaguchi driver, pinning attempt. Again, how many times have we seen the bad positioning for Deadly Encounter following their signature maneuvers? It could spell the end, but another Kawaguchi driver. 1, 2, it's over. Deadly Encounter are your new #1 contenders, and next week they will face the Gambles for the Power Bands. It will be Deadly Encounter's first shot at Tag Team Gold here in Super Spirit Wrestling. Congratulations to them, and certainly a hard-fought battle on the other end. Divine Phantom Jr. and Marshall Taylor unable to secure that #1 contender spot, but they will no doubt still forge their own path through the tag team division. Well, folks, we got to take a short break. When we come back, it will be junior division action between Have Mercy Percy Chapman and Killer Kenny Gordon. And if those nicknames are any indication, it should be a hard-hitting match. Please don't go anywhere, folks. All right, folks, we are set and ready for junior division action between Have Mercy Percy Chapman and Killer Kenny Gordon. We'll be going to the ring any moment now. Thanks again for joining us here tonight at Super Spirit Live.
Making his way to the ring, Have Mercy Percy Chapman.
Have Mercy Percy Chapman, a close friend of current Spirit Band champion Benjamin Rose, in competition tonight with Killer Kenny Gordon.
making his way to the ring, Killer Kenny Gordon.
Another ex-MMA fighter on our roster, Killer Kenny Gordon, will use high-impact slams and submission offense. A lot of mat sense in this young competitor. Lenny Spencer on duty for this junior division contest. Let's see how it plays out. Big running clothesline in the corner early, but Kenny Gordon battling out with a forearm and now in control with a half Boston Crab. Roll up pin. Percy Chapman breaking away before even a 1 count out of Lenny Spencer. Neck breaker, high impact neck breaker there from Killer Kenny Gordon. And a rush of chops there from Killer Kenny, sending Percy to the mat. Pinning attempt here, just a 1 count. Have mercy, Percy Chapman sending him to the ropes. Big clothesline for Chapman. Corner control now again. Looking for another running clothesline, and he'll have it. Just a 1 count. Half Boston Crab here. Percy Chapman cinching that one in deep. Running offense from Killer Kenny. Hip attack in the corner. Big slap across the face. A slap powerful enough to put Have Mercy Percy Chapman on the mat. And now you see Killer Kenny working the leg of Chapman. Using that other leg to create some separation. And now a surprise pin here. Just a 1 count. Reversal on the Irish whip. Big clothesline turns Percy Chapman inside out. And now Killer Kenny with more leg control. Irish whip, drops to the mat. Back body drop, well executed by Percy Chapman. Enziguri, though, is off target. Uppercuts versus the closed fist punches here. Closed fist punches are legal in Super Spirit Wrestling. Oh my gosh, so many strikes, and finally a European uppercut doing Percy Chapman in. A pinning attempt here. Just a 2 count, says Lenny Spencer, but we are in the 2s now. Pull through clothesline. I thought he was going to send him for a ride. This time he does. A pop-up powerbomb out of Percy Chapman, sits out with it. Just a 2 count, says Lenny Spencer. Irish whip again. Back body drop. These two competitors testing each other's conditioning here. 1, 2, just a 2 count. This match continues. Killer Kenny now dumping Percy Chapman to the outside. What is Kenny doing? And a dive! A tope! Tope Atomico!
6, 7, 8, 9.
The MMA fighter Killer Kenny Gordon busting out a dive here tonight at Super Spirit Live. Impressive stuff from Killer Kenny. I guess being in the junior division alongside Kenny Plex. Kenny Plex out of nowhere. 1, 2. It's over. Killer Kenny Gordon with the Kenny Plex getting a victory here over Have Mercy Percy Chapman. It was almost all Killer Kenny with dots of offense from Percy Chapman, but then that Kenny Plex, that huge Kenny Plex out of nowhere, sending Percy Chapman into no man's land. And Kenny Gordon able to score the 1, 2, 3. Impressive stuff out of those two junior division competitors, but Killer Kenny Gordon victorious for the night. Next up, folks, we have a very interesting match in our women's division. Current champion Ryoko Matsui has enjoyed some impressive matches and some impressive victories here in Super Spirit Wrestling. But newcomer Piper Valentine, who is undefeated in her only 2 appearances in Super Spirit Wrestling, says, I'm undefeated and I need a shot at that title. And you know what Ryoko Matsui said? She said, you don't deserve a shot at the title, but you do deserve to see what it takes to be champion. And so tonight, we have a non-title match between our champion Ryoko Matsui and undefeated newcomer Piper Valentine. What could this do? Could this shake up the landscape of the women's the women's singles division here in Super Spirit Wrestling.
Making her way to the ring, Piper Valentine.
And Piper Valentine jawing with a crowd here tonight that does not believe she should be facing the fan favorite champ, Ryoko Matsui. You gotta believe that if Piper is able to do the champ in here tonight, that it would shift the title conversation in the women's division.
Making her way to the ring, she is the guiding light, the Destiny Band champion, Ryoko Matsui.
The top of the women's division, Ryoko Matsui, after an impressive series of matches with Beverly Brooks, trading the belt back and forth, was finally able to do Brooks in for good at New Purpose. And now she gives a non-title match to newcomer Piper Valentine. And Valentine says that her undefeated streak has earned her this shot, although she did want it to be for the gold. What an uppercut there from Piper Valentine, and now sitting out for a figure 4 leg lock. The champ could be in trouble here. Valentine looking impressive so far. A couple of kicks in the corner, and Piper Valentine really taking it to the champion here. Pin in the center of the ring. We're seeing some great mat sense early on here from Piper Valentine, but now Ryoko Matsui, the current champ, in control. Lifts her up. Looked like she was going for an early Galaxy Slam, but well scouted by Piper Valentine. Piper Valentine has a bad attitude for sure, but she's also a well-studied athlete. And she does do her research on her opponents. As you saw there, able to float and escape a Galaxy Slam. Apologies there, some camera malfunctions from our crew. Piper Valentine back in the ring, big slap and laughing as she lays a hand across the face of the champion. And Matsui taking it to Piper Valentine, who's answering with some forearms. It will not be enough. Pinning attempt. Just a 1 count. Piper Valentine looking pretty good here so far against the champion. Ryoko Matsui able to put on the brakes, and now with corner control. Jump up Rana though. Exploding out of the corner is Piper Valentine. Wow, floats over after a beautifully executed suplex into an armbar. Great transition offense from challenger Piper Valentine. Again, this is a non-title match, folks. And could we be seeing a Galaxy Slam right in the center of the ring? 1, 2. Piper Valentine showing that she's got what it takes to kick out of the champ's signature maneuver, and now maybe a frustrated Matsui pinning again. Piper Valentine again escaping the 3 count. Matsui still in control.
5 minutes gone.
Floats over, soul butt kick to the back. Piper Valentine looking to regain control, but a kick to the face from Matsui, dashing all hopes. Pair of slaps from Valentine and another slap. Disrespect and a huge uppercut. Valentine on fire here, but a Galaxy Slam out of nowhere. 1, 2. It's over. The champ Ryoko Matsui showing Piper Valentine just why that gold is around her waist. And Valentine still looking pretty impressive early on in that matchup against the champ, but Ryoko Matsui again remaining the top example of women's wrestling here in Super Spirit Wrestling. Impressive stuff out of those 2 competitors, but Piper Valentine will have to wait her turn and do the work. Ryoko Matsui sending her down that path now. Well, next up, folks, we are going to take a short break, and when we come back, it will be Joey Marnell versus former Shadow Band champion Boston Devereaux. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. All right, thanks for waiting, folks. Next up, junior division competition between Joey Marnell and former champ Boston Devereaux. Joey Marnell, of course, lost a title shot against current champion Cameron Reese at last week's Super Spirit Live. We'll see how he does here tonight against the very first Shadow Band champion, Boston Devereaux.
Making his way to the ring, Joey Marnell.
Joey Marnell, unfortunately, coming to the ring goldless as he was unable to best current Shadow Band champion, the Midnight Rider, Cameron Reese. The man on the other side of the ring tonight, Boston Devereaux, also knows that pain as he lost his belt to Reese.
Making his way to the ring, Boston Devereaux.
The first ever Shadow Band champion following night 4 of the New Dawn Tournament Series. Boston Devereaux, a very intelligent and impressive athlete, locking up tonight here with Joey Marnell. Kim Carrillo checking for a submission early there, but Joey Marnell able to break away. Pinning attempt, just a 1 count. Joey Marnell with some impressive strikes here early against the former champion. Pinning attempt, not even a 1 count. Just a tremendous amount of punches from Joey Marnell. Boston Devereaux on the receiving end. Irish whip now. Big spine buster. Well executed by Boston Devereaux. Devereaux firmly in control now. Punches scouted. Devereaux answering with a strike of his own. Rope break, says Kim Carrillo. Forearm in the corner for Devereaux, making him go the distance. More punches from Marnell, transitioning into a sleeper hold here. Devereaux able to break away. Double chop there across the throat of Marnell and a snap suplex to boot. Rear chin lock now. Devereaux looking impressive here in this junior division contest. Snap suplex though now for Marnell, looking to regain control. Trying to lift him up there maybe for a power bomb or a pile driver, but Devereaux countering and now in control with a leg lock, center of the ring. Joey Marnell able to create some separation. Low blow. I don't think Kim Carrillo saw that one. Surprise pin following that low blow, but another break signaled by official Carrillo.
5 minutes gone.
Joey Marnell really landing those punches, but Devereaux resilient, standing his ground. And indeed, the chops of Devereaux seemingly coming out on top, but both men return to their feet simultaneously. Pinning attempt now.
1, 2.
2 count. Joey Marnell has pushed the threshold of the former champion to 2 counts, and a big super kick from Marnell. 1, 2. A very near fall there for Joey Marnell following that big super kick. Keeping his momentum going with a snap suplex is Marnell. Jumping face buster. Good stuff out of Marnell. Irish whip. Jumping clothesline. Carries all his weight through on that one. Really taking it to Devereaux here now is Marnell, but another offensive attempt is blocked. Pinning attempt following the back drop. Just a 2 count. This match continues. Great stuff out of these two junior division competitors. Corner control now for Marnell, but Boston Devereaux able to break out with a kick to the midsection. Pinning attempt 2, just a 2 count. More punches from Marnell. Devereaux has sustained a lot of those here throughout this matchup. Corner control now for Marnell. But Devereaux reversing the situation, spinning suplex. Beautiful stuff out of Devereaux, able to break out of the corner. Marnell reverses the Irish whip. And another break out of the corner. Good stuff from Devereaux, but Marnell up to his feet. A pin from Marnell. What in the world? Perhaps Boston Devereaux sustaining an injury after those suplexes. I'm unsure what just happened there, but that was a very odd finish to that match, folks. A pair of beautifully executed suplexes from Boston Devereaux, then Joey Marnell rising to his feet for a pin. Interesting stuff indeed out of that match, but nevertheless, Joey Marnell victorious here over former champion Boston Devereaux. Next up, folks, we have our final #1 contenders match of the evening. It will be the Fancy Genius Hideo Kuba versus the Earth Splitter Von Roth. The winner of this match will go on to next week face the current Spirit Band champion, Benjamin Rose. Benjamin Rose remains undefeated here in Super Spirit Wrestling, and we'll see if either Hideo Kuba or Von Roth is able to change that.
Making his way to the ring, he is the Fancy Genius, Hideo Kuba.
The eccentric Hideo Kuba making his way to the ring here. A big mountain to climb in the form of the Earth Splitter Von Roth.
And now making his way to the ring, he is the Earth Splitter, Von Roth.
An intimidating presence is Von Roth, former football star. Now in a #1 contenders match against Hideo Kuba. Von Roth was, of course, Benjamin Rose's opponent. And Benjamin Rose was able to take that belt in Night 5 of the New Dawn Tournament Series. Two finalists, Von Roth and Benjamin Rose, had an incredible match, and Rose has been the champion ever since. That was back in December, folks, early December. Benjamin Rose has enjoyed a healthy title reign. One of these two men will look to end it next week. Back body drop from Hideo Kuba, taunting Von Roth early, who now brings in a sledgehammer. Pays for it with a big drop kick. Good stuff out of Hideo Kuba. Lenny Spencer will have his hands full in this heavyweight #1 contenders match. And again, Von Roth sent to the outside. You get a shot of our arena there as Von Roth rolls back into the ring. Lama-He-Straw Cradle. Slam out of Von Roth. Punch to the face, another punch from Roth. Arm drag takedown from Kuba, well executed. Off the Irish whip, clothesline misses. Enziguri there from the Fancy Genius. Hideo Kuba, part of a faction in Super Spirit Wrestling known as RTY, that stands for Richer Than You, but there has been a lot of infighting in that faction lately. Pinning predicament here, two count for Hideo Kuba. These two men exchanging blows here. The current supposed leader of Richer Than You, Douglas Daniels, will be making an appearance in a Rumble and an event Monday on WCC Wrestling Cup Classic. They have an event coming up on Monday called the Royal Classic Volume 1, where Douglas Daniels will be a participant in their first ever Rumble. So be sure to check that out, folks. For now, the Fancy That connecting here for Kuba. Could this be all? 1, 2. Just a 2 count. Von Roth still in this matchup following a devastatingly executed Lama Histar Cradle here. 2. Another kick out. Von Roth sustaining heavy damage from the Fancy That, but he is still in this one. Bridges now for a pinning suplex. Another near fall for Hideo Kuba off the German. Complete shot in the center of the ring. This is a much more focused Kuba than we're used to seeing. 2. And it's over. Hideo Kuba relishing in his victory, laying across the body of Von Roth, and he is your heavyweight division #1 contender. He will have his first shot at Benjamin Rose's gold in the main event next week at Super Spirit Live. That should be an interesting contest, folks. I'm not sure Benjamin Rose has ever faced anyone quite like Hideo Kuba. And Von Roth was, of course, a finalist in the New Dawn Tournament Series. So Kuba has definitely proved something here tonight with that impressive victory. And next up, folks, we are here at our main event. It is a Fury Bands match between Vuelo de Miedo and current champions Troubletown. This, I believe, is Vuelo de Miedo's 4th attempt to take Troubletown down to get those belts for themselves. They have thus far been unsuccessful, and let's see if that changes tonight here in our main event at Super Spirit Live. We'll be going to the ring any minute now for that, folks. Thanks for sticking with us here. Main event action coming up now.
Making their way to the ring, the challengers, the team of La Grifa y La Gárgola, Vuelo de Miedo.
Vuelo de Miedo so clearly the #2 ranked team in this women's tag division. But that #1 spot has been firmly held by your champions, Troubletown.
And making their way to the ring, the champions, Priscilla Frost, Nora Nunez, Troubletown.
Such a dominant team. The only undefeated team in the women's tag division, and they are indeed your Fury Band champions. They're on the line here, though, tonight, folks, for the 4th time against Vuelo de Miedo. One count early here. Early tag for Vuelo de Miedo. La Gárgola now the legal woman against Priscilla Frost. A couple of slaps. Frost handling both members of Vuelo de Miedo. Spinning drop toe hold. Impressive stuff out of the champion. Snap suplex. Good offense thus far out of Frost, but she finds herself in a bad position, and now a pinning attempt. Just a 1 count. This has to be difficult for Vuelo de Miedo because even if they're learning out of all these matches with Troubletown, Troubletown is also learning. They are, after all, the champions. They are capable of adaptation. But we should see both teams pulling everything out of the bag here tonight, as the gold is on the line. Wow, what an impressive flurry of strikes from Nora Nunes, but a big clothesline now, a receipt from La Gargola. I think she was looking to make a tag there, but Nora Nunes smartly repositioning La Gargola all the way to the other side of the ring. Again, another flurry of strikes from former MMA fighter Nora Nunes. She has enjoyed much success here teaming with Priscilla Frost. Beautiful suplex though now from La Gargola. Irish whip. Oh, floats under, able to avoid the knee there. Nora Nunes creating separation, and now a striking contest breaking out between La Grifa and Nunes. La Grifa seemingly coming out on top there. No man's land here for Nunes. She's looking to change that, repositions to the center of the ring, and looking to make a tag to Priscilla Frost. Tag team offense here from Troubletown. Impressive stuff, and now Nora Nunes softening up La Grifa. But La Gargola trying to rally the crowd behind, and indeed a tag will be made. La Grifa can now return to the apron and get some much needed recoup time. Wow. These two women really taking it to each other, but La Gargola coming out on top. Pinning attempt now, just a 1 count. Troubletown might be the finest examples of athletic conditioning here in Super Spirit Wrestling. Their record shows that. The titles around their waists show that when they come down to the ramp. And certainly their performances in the ring are the strongest evidence for why they are at the very top of the women's tag division. Tag made to Nunes. Big slam, but then a drop toe hold. La Gargola running right into the clutches of Priscilla Frost. Striking combination again from Nunes. Big stuff, transitioning into an armbar. La Grifa able to run interference, and now running offense of her own. Knees across the back of Nunes. Speaking of knees, now to the face of La Gargola. Senton off the top rope. Could she be looking for it again? No, this time a diving cross body. 1, 2. Almost a 3 count there for Troubletown. Top rope now for Nunes. Knees across the body of La Gargola. Top rope again. And this time another senton. Devastating offense back to back here. Wow, another striking combination. La Gargola definitely in trouble here, and she is indeed making a break for a tag. She will have it. Nora Nunes dumping both members of Vuelo de Miedo to the outside, taking some time to get some energy. Nora Nunes just breaking down the defense of La Grifa there, and now breaking away to make a tag of her own. Both women to the ropes. Spear. Huge spear. La Grifa now rallying though with an atomic drop. Standing moonsault. Good stuff. Just a 1 count. That sends quite a message this late in this matchup. Irish whip. Sit out clothesline. Good stuff. Standing moonsault. More damage inflicted to one half of the women's tag champions. Wow, what a chop from Priscilla Frost, sending La Gargola flying. And now a tag made for Troubletown. Snap suplex. And Priscilla Frost cinching in the Frost lock deep here on La Gargola. She is not the legal woman, but the damage sustained nonetheless. La Gargola not making a tag, but a beautiful suplex in the center of the ring. Maybe unable to bridge fully after the Frost lock, and only gets a 1 count again out of Nora Nunes. Kick is scouted this time, and a takedown for La Gargola. The adaptation coming into play. Sit out pile driver. Good stuff here from La Gargola. Vuelo de Miedo would like nothing more than to finally get that tag team gold. Can they do it here tonight against Troubletown? Irish whip. Just hangs her up on the top rope there. Rough stuff out of La Grifa. And now a chokehold taking her all the way to the mat. Breaking out the rough stuff here late in this contest. Oh, could it be? Could it be another frost lock sitting out in it? It's cinched in deep. And again, not the legal woman, but the damage nonetheless sustained. And more leg locks, this time out of the legal woman, Nora Nunez, but a rope break. La Gargola trying to get involved, but another leg lock here from Nunez. Vuelo de Miedo in trouble here. La Grifa able to stay in this match. God, what a high angle drop that was. La Grifa trying to rally with a kick. This crowd coming alive for the main event. Tree of Woe position. Wow. Strikes from both members of Troubletown. Devastating offense sustained by La Grifa, who is now in control for the moment with a headlock. And she will look to make a tag. La Gargola now in for Vuelo de Miedo. Stereo clothesline. Good stuff here. Good teamwork. Rear chin lock being applied from La Grifa, taking advantage of her time in the ring following the tag. Can they do it tonight? Can Vuelo de Miedo, after 4 attempts at gold, can they finally do it here? Sit out powerbomb. 2 count. Nora Nunez sensing danger and is able to run interference for Troubletown. La Gargola seemingly confused as to who was the legal woman. Could that lapse in judgment affect their chances at victory here? Priscilla Frost in control, neck breaker. Tag made to Nunez. And La Gargola rallying to battle off both members of Troubletown and now finds herself in a striking contest with Nora Nunez. Nora Nunez signaling for the end and a big chop. Sends La Gargola to the mat. Running offense for Nunez. Big clothesline. Now La Gargola rallies. Irish whip, a clothesline of her own. Creates some separation for a tag. La Grifa now in. Striking combination for Nunez. Right on target and now breaking down the defenses of La Gargola. Headbutt to the back of the head. Nora Nunez on fire here. Double wrist lock. Oh, and that's it. Troubletown still your champions. Vuelo de Miedo just not able to get it done here against the champs. And Troubletown still undefeated, still at the top of the women's tag division. They are your champs for at least another week. And you gotta start to wonder, if not Vuelo de Miedo, the clear number 2 ranked team, if not Vuelo de Miedo, who will finally be the team to take out Troubletown? Priscilla Frost and Nora Nunez, well-executed offense as usual, spelling defeat for Vuelo de Miedo. Folks, that's all we got for you tonight. Thanks for sticking with us through this card. And again, I apologize for the delays earlier in the evening. But we got through it. We're in there. Great matches. Thanks again, folks. For everyone here at Twitch.tv and Super Spirit Wrestling, I'm Shirt Donovan. Have a good night.